Mute. Good evening, good day, salutations. I'm trying to gotta get my where everything is again. Um, Thank you for stopping by. As far as it's your boy, Outlaw Kid, back at the Hideout. Another day, another stream. Um, as you know, as far as how we start this off, I don't got no coffee. It is late at night, but I do have some water, and we're starting off with a rip. And I picked up some, let me get some lighting. I think that's better. Got some newest pack that came out, Pokemon Pitch Black. Picked up a few. Needed a restock. Let's jump into it real quick. We're gonna do a short stream today, but as far as welcome again to the Hideout, where we chill, vibe, and just gotta have a good time. I appreciate everyone stopping by for 5 minutes or all night. As far as just pull up a chair, and I hope you have some fun. And switch this and jumping into it. Here we are with a fire energy. Man, I need to get my camera back on top, but do it in a moment. We got a charge bug, a Finizen, type null, got a Grubbin, got a Toucanon, got a Dark Bell, got a Main Trick, we got a Palafin, we got a Gwyn, and we got a Primarina. Not bad. Primarina. I'll be honest, I know as far as the main chasers are the alt arts or full arts, but these aren't bad hits, in my opinion. But let's just go ahead and jump in. So what we're playing tonight is just some Warframe. I am still grinding out, trying to get my characters and some of my mastery rank up. I got some weapons that I need to rank up as well. We're just be jumping into some fissures so that we can sell them for ducats. Because I believe so. We had TennoCon 2 weeks ago, and Barukatir just left on Friday. If you had the TennoCon ticket, but technically he wasn't here this weekend. So I'm assuming, don't know, he should be here this weekend. Don't know what he's gonna have. I actually did purchase a lot of the rare mods that I needed and get everything I wanted. So I'm just hoping as far as this next week, as far as he comes, that he has everything. And I'm going to adjust my camera real quick. I actually just redid the setup. Actually, and trying to see what is the best view, or as I can put it. I think that'll work. It'll work for now. Ah, let's get into it. One thing as far as I do love about my setup is that now I am able to see chat a lot better. So I should be able to respond a lot quicker to y'all, and which I'm excited for, and I'm still able to see how the stream is and whether it's muted like the last two streams or not. But I oh, another thing is that we're actually going to work on. So we have, I think, 21 hours for the next daily update for Affinity to level up everything quick. Or not everything. I'm sorry. syndicate. I need to get my syndicate up so I can start buying the mods that I need for character specific. I think what this one, melee, the only one. Mods. Do a quick auto install. Crazy how much melees as far as go up so damage compared to everything. Straight off the beginning. And I am at this point in time trying to relearn some of my Warframes. If my main is Nova, I actually been playing Volt for a little bit. I give him a little change. Volt is my main. Then I switch between Saren as well. She's my second main. I kind of forgot how to play with everybody else. I just got Titania. She's really good as far as for quick missions, captures, and things like that, and do some Orkin runs, Volt runs. You know what? Let me try Vauban. I haven't played with Vauban in auto install. That goes. I'm just again just trying to level up everything real quick and try to relearn. Anything quick? Ooh, rescue. I don't got no axes. I got. Yeah, I already used up all my axes. I think mostly what I have right now is Lith Fissures, Meso Fissures, and I think actually I'm almost done with Meso. I think I only have Lith and Neo. You know what? I need Excavation because I need to get some more Cryotic so we can make Vauban Prime. And then hopefully within this, if we can, I think I would like to have the Lavos Prime blueprint. Also,
Use that reactant to open a relic.
all right. Where am I?
Excavator is ready to go. Use fuel cells to keep it powered while protecting it from enemy fire.
Not a lot. What is this? The Arco Cisco? Does it say it's
Keep fighting. Look for
a
more
gun
reactant.
and a melee at the same time? That's different. Let's get the fissures first real quick before we forget.
The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site.
Relic tracks, and now we know we're gonna get
You have collected enough reactant to open your relic. This
something at the
excavator
end.
is fully powered. Additional fuel cells will be used to restore its shields.
Got a second one going at the same time.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and
Also, what I love
protected
about
from
doing
enemy
fissures,
fire.
as far as you get a lot of affinity to
Excavation
level up everything
complete.
really
Look
fast,
what
and
we
then when you're
found.
playing, you have a lot of other people who are playing as well, and like they're just really trying to grind. So it makes it easy trying to get resources, and depending as far as something like this with cryotic, it's super easy and super quick that usually you can find a lobby that's willing to stay for a decent amount of time and grind that out.
This excavator is fully powered. Additional fuel cells will be used to restore its shields.
Just have any questions, by all means, let me know. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Again, this is known as the Hideout. I am your host, Outlaw Kid, and this is just a place where everyone should be able to feel safe and be able to just enjoy and have a chill time. So I appreciate y'all stopping by. Even again, if it's just for a moment. Hey, you better not. I do because I'm trying to level up my guns. I sometimes
Excavator
forget about
deployed.
my
Protect the unit while it
my
extracts the
abilities.
artifact. An artifact has been located. Proceed to
I
the
need to
dig
start
site.
focusing on getting some of my
Look what
using
we
my
just
abilities
uncovered.
more.
Extraction available. You may leave now or continue excavating artifacts. The choice is yours.
Didn't get what we need. We might as well get a Mesa. And then what we're gonna do is just gonna pick a random one. What's also cool about this, as far as again for cryotic, as far as you only need for every time as far as you finish a drill and you or it the drill finishes, it survives. You get 200 cryotic automatically. And again, I have the resource booster, so technically I get 400 after each one. And Evolving Prime actually takes, I think it's like 6,000 or 8,000 for each piece that you want to make. So it's a great way to far as to get that resources. Again, the main thing as far as once you start seeing, because like you can end up getting as far as depending as far as your team's
Look
actually
for
really
power
good,
carrier
you can
foes.
get almost
Strike them down and bring their cells back to the excavators. This
like
excavator is fully
right now.
powered.
As far as we're only
Additional
finished
fuel cells will
one
be
relic.
used to restore its
But as far as
shields.
we have, depending as far as if we have a really good team, we're able as far as to probably farm and set up multiple drills at the same time, where we would be able to, like pretty much as soon as one ends, like we have the chance as far as like to get another one within 30 seconds, honestly. Which also makes it easy as
Dig
far as to
complete.
get a
Your
lot of
hard work has just been
relics
rewarded.
open. So you have to be quick as far as to make sure that you get the relics. Open up your. Oh,
Well
that one
done,
destroyed.
Tenno. Your relic is
Gotta go
opened.
to the other one. It makes it easy as far as to like really grind relics. Am I tripping? No, it is destroyed.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protect it from enemy fire. An artifact has been located. Proceed to the dig site.
Energy. Throw it on a trap. What is? I'm not gonna lie, these weapons are not bad. I don't like exactly how much this zooms in. It does a decent amount of damage for only having like this is the primary, and I think it only has like 3 mods on it right now.
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts the artifact.
Uh, Charge that one. I'm right next to it.
Excavator stalled. Find another fuel cell and take it to the excavator. This excavator is fully powered. Additional fuel cells will be used to restore its shields.
Fair enough. Oh, this one's already good. I gotta get the E. Wow, they filled that one out fast.
Excavator destroyed. That artifact
Ooh, I
is
got an
now
Axie one.
lost to us.
Actually, relic
Dig
on that one.
complete. Your hard work has just been rewarded.
Like I said, what I like about this again, as far as it can go super quick. Not sure if you guys realize, as far as like when you first start, like it takes about 4 minutes, and depending on what you're playing, if you're playing defense, survival, as far as it usually takes about 5 minutes per mission for interval before you unlock each relic. But then you also have a lot of time to. Good night, Papa. Love you too. All right. But yeah, as far as it takes doesn't take that long as far as for this one because like I said, like as far as like we can do multiple as far as especially if the team is really good and they can hold multiple dig sites without it being destroyed. And usually as far as if we look, it's 200 cryotic again. We get 100 cryotic. I thought it was 200, but you get 100 cryotic for every dig site. So essentially, like if we start 3 dig sites at once, see, someone is trying to leave though. Someone's not trying to play.
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it
Sorry about that.
extracts the artifact.
The F over
The
there.
scanner has picked up a
Yeah.
target.
Wait.
Go to the dig site.
Yeah, that's where it was at. All right. One person left, and we got the 2 people. So you see, like even as far as like one of them gets destroyed, as far as you see how as far as like we still got 54 out of 200. So it depends as far as also how long it stays up. Where it gives you as a good amount of time. So now that it's getting farther up, this gun is not that great.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Musical DJ, what's going on? Saber, how you doing? Musical DJ, sorry about the other night. I never actually got back on. I was trying to redo my whole setup. Um, and then my son, as far as like he got off of Palworld, so I didn't want to start up a brand new server, whatnot, and then just getting to work. But I appreciate you coming back. How you doing? Yeah, I apologize. I'm actually as far as just playing some Warframe right now, just to open up some relics, leveling up some weapons and stuff, and I'm actually probably
You
gonna be
found a
heading
fissure. Look out for
back on the
reactant.
Palworld mine. I do have one already built, but I just have to continue to stream on what we were talking about. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just trying to get some game time in. It's already late, and I got work in the AM. How about yourself? It's gonna be a long night. IDK, appreciate you stopping by, sir. Got to practice. That's cool. How long have you been playing tennis?
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
And you know what? I just realized this thing does not have power. I'm protecting it for no reason right now. Also, you know what I just noticed? I might have to actually dip out of here. It looks like as far as I was the only one that reconnected. I am currently by myself, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I am not really using my best. That's what's up. I've always actually wanted to get into tennis, but I do know it takes a lot of stamina, and stamina is not my strong suit. But I do love the sport. I would love to learn and actually play it. You say as far as in for 2 years since high school, you play competitively? I don't think you guys got styles. You know what? Before I end up losing, I'm just gonna dip out. What's that certain point? What would you say as far as holds everybody back from actually learning or playing tennis? Oh, that's what's up.
Looks like heavy activity ahead.
When you say a few, are you just being modest? Not bad. I am. But all I can say right now, I'm looking about 7 levels or more to this max rank and about 11 for the Arca Cisco. And 108 Crytic. Is that enough to at least make the chassis for Robin Prime? I think I have the 30 bow. System. Oh, you know what? Actually, as far as the only product is the only one systems, I need a bunch of Oxium for the chassis and 2 Argon crystals. Which Argon crystals is not hard to get. I can get that in one run in the void. Yeah, I can see that. If I was to play right now, I probably one, I don't know if I'll be able to catch up and stick with the ball. That's from one. But two, as far as I can see, as far as me being not being able to give it the right strength to just get it over the net to the other side. Because I do know it takes a lot of agility, and as far as also just normal hand-eye coordination. Because I know as far as like I've seen where people are able to just get it one right over the net, and then two as far as far back corners, as far as right before the line, and yeah, that's what I'm probably going to be running and just hitting it and hoping for the best. And what do you mean by flexible? How flexible would you say one needs to be? Because I don't like obviously as far as you don't want to like reach out and get a cramp or whatnot. And honestly, I need to do some back stretching. But like what about tennis that you have to be flexible? Or not the right? That's not how you word it. How flexible do you have to be? Reformer.
You keep being you, dreamers.
Thank you. I forgot what her name was. Keep saying Nightwave.
You know it.
Nora. There we go. Let's get. Actually, we can do a. I need an axe here real quick because I only got one. Yeah, let's do a rescue. Canvas, appreciate you stopping by. What did I get from this relic? Ooh, I actually need the Parago Prime Barrel and the Lavos. I think a good amount of this stuff. Nope, nope. Upgrade first. Quit, and let's do it.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location.
I feel like nobody
Watch
joined
out.
with me.
I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic?
And to kill
You're
them.
near a fissure.
I kind of forgot what I was just doing for a moment. I thought I was just jumping into a regular match.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. The enemies are dropping reactant. The reactant is working on your relic.
Oh,
Find
man.
more.
I'm definitely gonna die this.
We can't leave without
I
rescuing
stay
the
by
prisoner.
myself.
Keep searching.
Oh man, it's not looking good. Oh, you know what? I went into operator mode. Alright. Ooh,
Well
and
done,
someone
Tenno.
joined.
Your relic is opened.
Glad someone joined because my guy. I don't have the right stuff. I'm missing, like I said, I'm trying to get my syndicate level up. So, ooh, another one. Thank God. I think the thing you really have to be flexible is with your wrists. Okay. Because it's basically letting it swing without controlling it to give it more power. It's a lot like stuff that just works, honestly. A lot of stuff that just works. Yeah, as far as I can see that, because like one thing as
Corpus
far as like I can
walkers are
see
heading
also
to
with
your
the wrist
location.
thing is how I'm picturing it is also like being a pianist. Um, Now I'm not a pianist, but I would love to. I'm trying to learn how to use the piano, and I do know you have to have be able to flexible with your wrist, be able to move up and down because you're not really supposed to move. Actually,
Stay
technically, I think it's the
focused.
opposite.
There's a heavy
Maybe he's
unit
talking
approaching.
shit. Um, I think your wrist needs to be kind of stiff, straight, and you need to
You
only
are
use move your
approaching the
fingers.
holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done. Go.
I will not forget this, Tenno.
Subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
To be honest, I know I started asking the questions and everything, but
Don't
I'm
suppose you have an
I'm
extra
getting
gun?
confused on the technical terms. But as far as again, I do think tennis is a cool sport, and I do want to learn. I'm actually trying to, and I say this all the time, but I'm really in the process right now of fasting, so I can Let's go down. I knew it. I have a feeling. Fasting to lose some weight, but I wouldn't mind as far as once I lose a few more pounds, as far as to use that as well, tennis. Because again, I know it takes a lot of stamina, and I just don't have it at this time. Oh, there was one more person. I didn't realize 3 people joined. I only saw 2.
This looks bad. Help.
What's there? I'm about to go
I
down again.
can't go on.
I want to. Oh, I guess I can call. Go up. I do a lot of resistance before getting into it, but the grind is really fun. Oh, for sure. And like, I don't mean any disrespect or anything like that, but is pickleball somewhat similar? I mean, is tennis somewhat similar to pickleball? Yes, but no. Yeah, I don't mean any disrespectful. How I picture pickleball. Ooh, yes, the parable. Definitely get the parable, but that's right. I do need that shade as well. Shade prime. Do you play pickleball, or is it just exclusively tennis?
Escort mission complete. The hostage is safe now. Let's get out of here.
Like very simple compared to tennis. Most tennis players hate pickleball. It's not bad, but like tennis, in my biased opinion, is way better. Hey, look, as far as no shade, as far as if anything, as far as I probably would play tennis before pickleball. I just know as far as it's just been the rave for like the last few years. I was just curious. And I didn't check. Yeah, I master these guns. No, I did not. I didn't look like I barely got any XP for them. Did I make a Paragon now? And make it. Ooh, exactly what. Dennis. I understand. It's kind of how I feel like I actually have the PlayStation, I have the Xbox, I have most of the Nintendo. I don't have the Switch, you, and I stream and everything as far as on a laptop. Um, but I'm trying to get into PC gaming, but I exclusively play Xbox. Completely different. Sports a lot more physical and whatnot. But that that's how I'm comparing it. I have 9,200 left. Good. Should go to Steam already. What do you play on any systems, or what's your main system? I know you were talking about trying to get Palworld and Saber. Cool. You play tennis too? How long you been playing tennis? Okay, that's the Axie. That pair. Oh, minigame. No, let's try and need. That PS5. Okay. Which what's your go-to game right now on the PS5? Need a Protea. Overwatch. You know, as far as I downloaded Overwatch to not last month, probably 2 months ago. And I played a little bit of it, and it seems similar, but a lot has changed. A lot of new characters as well. Um, but I honestly haven't played Overwatch. Dang, what's her name? What's
The
the
reactant is
robot
working on your
girl
relic. Find more.
that's white and blue? She may have been like one of the last characters that came out on one. Yeah, Echo. Yeah. I think that's honestly around the last time that I actually played Overwatch. Hold on, did she come? Was she the last one on Overwatch, or was it Ash and her henchmen?
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside. Tower lost.
Saber, I do like Pokemon. Actually, one of the other games that like I said, I was trying to play some Pokemon. Not Pokemon. I'm trying to play some PC games. Um, I actually was playing Cobblemon that I was trying to get into. I'm not actually a really big Minecraft person. Oh, I don't want to lose this. Hold on.
The enemy have taken a tower. You must
Was Echo?
recapture it.
I was saying Cobblemon, but I do like Pokemon as well. Um, my favorite Pokemon is actually Infernape. So when it comes to starters, I usually always use Chimchar. That's my go-to.
The enemy have captured a tower. We have lost control of a tower.
Who's your favorite Pokemon, Saber? Oh, not a J like. Hate these.
We have lost control of a tower.
Well, you know what? That's right. Why don't I just throw my Spectre out? Oh no. Sylveon? Okay. Solid. The solid
Tower
fairy type as
online.
well. Man, we're losing everything. Hold up. Hold up. What is the team doing? Then again, that is the Psychic Fire. Uh, yeah, she's
The enemy have
what is it?
taken a tower. You
Braxian?
must
I'll
recapture
be
it.
honest, I'm out of touch a little bit when it comes to Pokemon, and I actually never played just
You have
Scarlet and
captured
Violet
a
yet.
radio tower.
No, you stay here. So I don't really know much of the new ones. Let me ask you this. I get as far as Sylveon is your favorite Pokemon. So would you say Fairy is your favorite type? Or do you have a other type that you
Tower
kind of
lost.
lean more towards?
The enemy have captured a tower. Tower captured. Beginning stream decode now. have successfully
The
decoded the
reason I'm asking as far
message.
as like
Clear the
I
area.
am personally, I think I lean a lot more towards dark Pokemon. Um, okay, is that the one I need to capture? Where is it? Oh, they already killed him. Never mind. But I usually try to keep my team diverse. I know back in the day, as far as like, and still a little bit, teammates.
The enemy have deployed
Go for it.
fierce
Okay.
reinforcements. Are you willing to stay and decode more messages?
No, this team is that great. Hey, Dragon School. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I think I usually like to. I tend to get more as far as on the dark Pokemon. Um, I just think they look a lot. Not
They are
just my again my
broadcasting
personal opinion.
another
I think it is
message.
first they make a
Make
lot of them
sure
look
the
really cool.
enemy never receives it.
Um, I always try to keep my team very varied.
The
I
data
think
you have
Dragon used to
collected here
be one of my
today will go
favorites,
a long way in
probably
supporting our
back
cause.
during Diamond, Diamond Pearl, and Platinum. Yeah, Diamond Pearl Platinum. Yes, yes, Saber. As far as which Pokemon game do you like playing the most? And Mystical, who's your favorite character on Overwatch? How long you been playing that? Shield for sure. I actually have Shield, and I actually do like it. As far as I haven't, so I played Shield when it first ever came out. I kind of lost the game, and then I rebought it. And I think right now, I know I'd be in. Dang, it's been a while though. I know I just beat the champion. Ooh, Hop is the brother. I can't believe I remember Hop, but I can't remember the brother right now. Leon, right? Leon. Hey, Miss. No, Miss. I was asking who's your favorite character in Overwatch. But the last game I honestly played was Shield. But again, I'm not sure my age, but I've been a long time Pokemon. I actually have my original from back in the day. I still actually have both my red and yellow. Um, okay, yeah, so did Neon. Yeah, yeah. I still have my red and yellow. I played them all. Honestly, though, so I stopped getting in touch with the story though after Pokemon Black, and then from there I just mostly like speed run as far as through the game, and then I just mostly focus on catching Pokemon. Um, I can't say as far as I'm a diehard. I don't want to say it like that. I I don't want to say I'm a super fan. Where as far as like I play Nuzlocke, I would like to play Nuzlocke, but like not catching Pokemon, all the Pokemon is very challenging for me. I would love to do a Nuzlocke though. And then I'm not in touch with as far as like with a lot of the IV training and things of that nature. So it's hard as far as to become, dude, like the competitive aspect of the game as well. I just love Pokemon though. That's cool, Mystical. As far as I remember playing Doomfist when he first came out, and he was pretty cool. I think as far as when back in the day, especially when it first came out, my favorite character on Overwatch was actually Torborn, and then I started switching to Junkrat, and then I think before I stopped playing, I think before I stopped playing, as far as who was I playing with? Diva is so easy to use, and she's just a really good go-to tank. I think my main character right before I stopped playing was actually Soldier 76. He's also very solid, and I just like the whole being able to run, since most of every other characters just walk. Have you played the Scarlet and Violet Saber? I think what we need to do is just jump into a. I think I need to jump into defense or survival real quick so that we can just do mobile defense, and then we can get a lot more XP. Everyone should stay together.
Collect reactant to open your relic. Be aware, only corrupted enemies will drop it. You are going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic. We have got to find a terminal. Proceed and prepare.
What did you think
Location
about
reached.
Violet? Because I thought about
Drop
picking
me
up
in
Violet and
and
Scarlet
defend our position.
actually, and then Mystical. Like it is a lot to learn. Honestly, like I've been
Stay
playing the
focused.
game
There's
since
a heavy unit approaching.
2013, but I keep taking breaks, and it's only been
I'm in,
recently,
Tenno.
probably within
This
this
will
last
take a
month,
moment.
that I actually really got back into playing it. I played a little bit earlier this year, and then the time before that was like 3 or 4 years since I last played. There's still a lot that I need to learn. You know, you just remind me. I actually just
Still
picked up
working on it.
Brilliant Diamond
Continue to
because again, I
defend.
enjoyed Diamond and Pearl. That was the games right before Black, but I was trying to get inspired to play a lot more Pokemon games again. But for some reason, it just didn't hit as much as far as I was thinking. I think I enjoy when it comes to the Pokemon games. Nothing wrong with the upgrading and getting better with the graphics and everything. I'm just old school, and I prefer the top-down 2D
You have collected enough reactant to
aspect of it.
open your relic. Terminal hacked. Keep
But
moving.
I will say this: I'm saying that, but I am actually excited for Winds and Waves. I do plan on picking up a Switch 2 um, next year and getting that.
Heavy robotic signature detected. Lock and load. Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend. I'm in, Tenno.
ZA Legends, ZA
This will
Legends.
take a moment.
Did I play ZA Legends? I don't think so. I don't think I did. Mystical. Currently, honestly, as far as it has been Warframe. I've gotten, like I said, back into Warframe very much. It's been probably my main game I've been playing for the last month, especially since 2 weeks ago it was TennoCon, which is their Warframe convention, and they
Stay
added a lot
focused.
of
There's a
things.
heavy unit
And
approaching.
again, one of the
Still working on it.
his name is
Continue to
Barokatir.
defend.
He's a NPC that sells rare mods, and he was here for the week. You were able to get a bunch of rare mods. So I've been playing very hard this last month. This has been my main game, but because I've been grinding so much, I have been getting a little bored of it. So that's why I switched to Palworld. Oh, ZA. No, no.
Area
I didn't pick up
completed.
ZA. At the
Move
time when
on.
ZA came out, I actually didn't even have my Switch. I just
Father
re-picked up the
your
Switch,
sacred tokens shall
and
remain secure from the grasp of the
I seen
idol.
the graphics compared to Switch and Switch 2, and I was like, I don't, I don't want to play it based on like the copy paste kind of textiles, as well as far as like it's. I'm not saying as far as it's bad or anything, as far as or like, again, I haven't played the game. It's an interesting setup as far as how you have to move
Terminal
with your
spotted.
Pokemon. I
Upload
just don't
me
know
and prepare
how
to defend.
engaged I would be with that. Did you play it? Do you
I'm in,
currently
Tenno.
have it?
This will take a moment.
Yeah, they come out with a bunch of new megas, which is pretty cool. Um, I know
Still working on it.
even because like
Continue
I
to
do
defend.
cards, I do rip cards, and as far as I like how they look, and I've been a card collector for a long time. I want to try actually playing again, but there's no one who really knows how to play or plays with me, I should say. But what I have played actually recently for Pokemon is on mobile. I have played Pokemon Champions, which has been okay. I haven't played this season, but I played last season.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete.
Yeah, how do you like Champions? But basically, I would very much, as far as tell you as far as like you should try playing Warframe. It's a lot. Again, as far as we discussed it before, but like it still has its moments of being fun, and it has a lot of cool things. So did you stop playing because there was no one else to play with since you beat them all? I should stick with that. I played. It's the same thing as far as I played TCG Pocket, but it was mostly as far as to see the cool cards because I wasn't actually buying cards at the time. So
Another
just being
job
able
well
to
executed.
semi be able to rip open. Um, but I actually haven't touched it in a while. That's cool. I don't know. Let me see. Wait, there it goes. Let me see. Um, Game Hub Champions. I don't remember downloading that. Let's see what maxed out. I haven't played Pokemon Unite in a long time. I actually still have it downloaded on my Switch though. It was cool. I haven't played in a long time though. I have a friend who really likes playing it. Yeah, see, and that's the thing as far as with me with games. I've And also one thing is why I started actually streaming. I prefer playing with people, even if ours it is something like this, or I'm reading chat. I prefer playing games even if there's an in-game chat. So like right now with Warframe, I have I think I have my mic on. Well, I don't have my mic on, but as far as someone starts joining to talk, as far as I would talk to them. But also like the whole aspect where you can do a physical chat to talk that we can talk with as well. Um, for me, all games are better when playing with people. I think as far as if I'm not mistaken, I think my favorite Pokemon on Unite was Gardevoir, and I think Gardevoir is probably when it comes to fairy type one of my favorite fairies now, because before it used to be Psychic. But what was I trying to do? Pokemon Go. Trying to bring up my champions and seeing if maybe we can add each other, and maybe as far as maybe we can do a match at some point. I'm pretty sure you'll beat me. Because, like, again, when it comes to the IVs and best moves and everything, that is not my strong suit. Submenu, profile. No, 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 no. Don't want to do that. All right, I'm gonna put my trainer ID for champions in the chat. Five, one. Nope. Oh, this. What did I just say? Oh, I just put my game for Pokemon Champions. I just put my trainer ID. So if you wanted the fires to add me, and so maybe as far as we can fight. Um, but what did I say? No, I was just saying Gardevoir is probably my favorite as far as when it comes to the fairy type. Oh, Saber, you're an Overwatch player as well. I actually would have to re-download the game. I don't think I have Overwatch downloaded right now. I can probably download it tonight. If you guys are, I'm gonna say I'll probably be back on streaming on Friday if you guys are available. And as far as that, we can play it on Friday. Who's your main character on Saber? Switch. Robin's not that bad. I think as far as what I need to, obviously I need some of his mod specific, but I think what I need to focus on efficiency. I think that's what will bring up his crits. Don't have anything. Gonna go with the Ultra. Those one. Once we finish leveling this one up, what time is it? 10:31. Yeah. Once I do one more mission, we're gonna finish doing ranking up the Arca, and then we're going to head over to some Palworld. Oh, you just reminded me. It's May, right? She's the ice girl on Overwatch. I think that was before Soldier. I think that was my main for a while. And Miss, you said that you'll be free. Cool. I know I just have to delete some stuff, some games, and download Overwatch. Because I think Overwatch is. I know it's not as high as Call of Duty, but I know nothing's bigger than Call of Duty. I think it's still like a around 100, 128 gigs. I need to probably delete about a game or two. But I do like Mercy. Okay, cool. What's my call? All right. I honestly haven't played the season, and I did get one of my coworkers into the game, and I think they are at Ultimate on singles. I think specifically. Submenu. All right, I have accepted y'all. No, I don't play Roblox. Have you played Marvel Rivals? Yes, I have played Marvel Rivals. Not recently, but I do actually want to play Marvel Rivals. I see they added Jubilee. She is probably one of my favorite X-Men characters. Um, growing up. So it's kind of cool as far as they put her in the game. I kind of just been seeing some gameplay with her and like kind of want to play again. My main has been from the beginning, and it's been a while. Moon Knight, because I stopped playing when they did the Fantastic Four. That's how long it's been since I actually played. But Moon Knight was my goat, and when it comes to damage, tank similar to like Diva, but as far as it'd be Penny. I was good at with Venom for a minute, and then for support, it used to be her name just slipped my mind. She's ice and she has the half black and white hair. Missing. I'm as far as I'm actually not. I don't really do those as far as like battles anymore. Like not anything against it. I like them both. I will say as far as I think DC has been doing terrible when it comes to movies. Specifically, I don't think they've really done any. Yes, Saber, the girl that sings. I just can't. Luna, right? Luna. Yeah, Luna Snow. Well, I say Luna Frost. Wow. Luna Snow. I used to be good with her, but then I prefer playing with Cloak and Dagger when it comes to support. I heard Mantis is pretty good and Adam, but I haven't really truly gave them that much gameplay. But yeah, let's go as far as I think the last really good as far as DC movies that really came out was the Dark Knight trilogy and just Marvel as far as the most of the movies. Like I haven't watched like a lot of the most recent ones like Captain Marvel. Um I don't think I actually watched like the last two Thors, but most of them as far as actually just always do really well. I am looking a little bit forward to the and again I'm not keeping up with them. Like I said, I haven't really watched more of the recent ones, but it's the Infinity Wars, right? That's what they're currently on. I think I will. I think the last Marvel movie actually that I watched was the Deadpool one, but I do plan to watch the Doomsday. Yeah, I'm pretty much looking into that one. But yeah, Saber, as far as Luna Snow, she was my main as far as, but I think they changed some of her stuff when I last played, and Book and Dagger just has an easy move set when it comes to support. I think that's been the one that I mained when it comes to support. But have you what is Univalee? Is she a damager? Ah, both. Mystical, I said I do plan to watch Doomsday, but I have been out of touch, but of Marvel movies. s- But I do plan on watching Doomsday. I'm actually as far as I think it comes out. Not mistaken, comes out in a week. Doesn't the new Spider-Man come out this month? Yeah, I think as far as I'm gonna take my, I gotta look, gotta look my funds, but I think I'm gonna take my two boys and my nephew to go watch that, watch it in theater. Um, let's go to the void so we can get some void crystal. I think what we're going to do survival. We can just leave after 5 minutes. Yeah, I think as far as I think that's what my nephew's saying. He wants to really watch it as well, and then so I think as far as I might take my boys and him to go watch it. My armor. This as far as for Robin, yeah. Oh, somebody left already. Ah, fuck. God, I'm using my Seltra. No, I don't think Palworld is better than Pokemon. I think it's a little interesting. Again, I grew up with Pokemon, so the whole aspect of just catching Mons, as far as it just interests me and I have fun and being be able to
Tenno,
see the different
prepare for
kinds
life support.
of Mons that you can be able to capture and what their abilities, what their moves are. That's what fascinates me. What's also cool about Palworld, in my opinion. is the ability to make bases and things of that nature. No, add-on crystals.
I've delivered a life support capsule to
Oh,
the
I
area.
forgot I need to do that challenge.
Activating it will
Finish
buy
killing
you more
the
time.
melee. Have you played Palworld?
Life support has been replenished.
Yeah, Mystico. That's where Mystico joined from. He was watching me playing Palworld. And again, once I get my weapon, which is not 28, once I get it to 30, we'll be switching over. But it's still fun. It's still interesting and fun. There's a lot that goes into it. It is. The best way how I like to describe it, is if you ever played Ark Survival, it's a combination of Pokemon and Ark Survival. And another one, as far as a lot of people compare it to, is Minecraft.
Life support incoming.
Yeah, I think that's also my thing as far as like I said, I'm not gonna say Pokemon and Power is better than Pokemon. And obviously, as far as in my opinion,
Another
I
life
understand the
support
lawsuit, but at the
capsule
same
is
time,
now
I'm
available.
more for Power being established, and I wish Game Freak or Nintendo specifically doesn't keep suing people when they have all the similar ideas. Um, I just think it's a breath of fresh air for something different, honestly. Um, I wouldn't put it saying that say that it's better than Pokemon though. No. Oh man, there's a lot of people in here. What was your first Pokemon that you played, David? I know you said your favorite is Shield. But what was your first one? What Pokemon game as far as made you a fan?
Get ready for a capsule.
Hey Mitsuko, I don't think as far as you mentioned as far as which game was your favorite or if you played Pokemon. If you did, I missed it. Have you heard the Popeyes strap on Chick-fil-A? No, what's going on with that? I'll be honest, I'm the worst at keeping up with things that's going on.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Ooh, my bad. Appreciate it.
The raid is off to a successful start. When you need it, extraction is ready.
We pay you barely as far as oh wait, no, I want to read. I just want mine at 30. When I get out of here, the finish should be at 30, hopefully. Um, barely played Pokemon. It's probably Shield. Which way I gotta go? My first one was Red, but I barely played or watched it. I was more on different cartoons. No, that's fair. I was just curious. As far as honestly, as far as and like Sarah, I don't want to
Security
lose you,
bypass
but
initiated.
I feel like one of my favorites and like not necessarily better than Pokemon, but as far as one of my favorite things that I wish they had more love, and which started to recently since October when Time Strangers came out. But honestly, I feel like Digimon was show wise when it came out was, in my opinion, better than Pokemon. But not a lot of people were
Additional life support has
on
arrived.
Digimon. or knew about it, I should say. Yeah, man, I love this one. I don't know as far as the last as far as when it comes
Another
to
job well
I
executed.
watched all the movies. I watched the whole original series. I watched the second season when they introduced the Digi Eggs, and I kind of like the Spirit one. I didn't really get to or watch a lot of the Cross Wars. I haven't. I started the newest one, the Beat Break, but I haven't. But I think I'm only like 2 episodes in. But I just wish, as far as Digimon, had a lot more love and had a lot more games. It has a lot on PS5. I'm not gonna lie, but I wish also I had on Xbox. Okay, that's fair. Honestly, as far as I haven't really watched any of the newer movies, I think the last actual Pokemon movie I watched was when they re-released the Mewtwo Strikes Back on Netflix, and I think that's also got my boys into Pokemon more. Before that, as far as when my son was still a young child, as far as me and my wife did take him to go watch Detective Pikachu. Really enjoyed that. All right, completed all the mission, everything we wanted to do today. We got the standing completed, and we leveled up some weapons. Now tomorrow, nine levels. That's gonna be anything we can also put before we're off. Probably depend. Mostly the stuff I already own. Yeah, I think we're just gonna depend there. Yeah, as far as let me ask you this: have you tried with the Pokemon Pokemon Anniversary? As far as did you try getting the Fire Red or Leafy Green? Yeah, I need to actually find, or if not, buy a DS as well. I actually recently, where is just right right in front of my face. So just like with that red and yellow, I actually just recently, I thought I lost it for a while, just found my DSi, and I actually have Heart Gold in it, and I have, when it comes to Pokemon, yeah, I have Mystery Dungeon, and then I also have Black 2. Now, I heard as far as Black 2 story, as far as then it was just a continuation of 1, and I heard recently that it was really good. I haven't actually finished playing. I think I had just jumped into it when I had picked it up. But the only downfall right now with the DSi is that Nintendo actually closed the shop. And what I really wanted to play also, because I had a lot of digital games, but they closed that shop like back in 2017. And I just recently found my DSi like within this last week. So there's a lot of games that I can't no longer download and play. And I just heard also recently found out that it was about 2 years ago that they closed down the DS um game shop. And I know back when I had my 3DS, I had bought the yellow version on it as well because didn't ha- because I don't have a Game Boy or a Game Boy Advance right now to be able to play yellow and red. Played red on the emulator on my phone and it was cool, but made me realize like the huge difference from the games back then and now. Yes. It's just similar as far as like one thing, if you ever get a chance. Oops, hold on a second. Looks like my live disconnected on. Nah, that's good. Um, if you play Fire Red, Leafy Green, as far as you get the chance, like Gengar is like one of the top played and favorite Pokemon for a lot of people. But as far as in that era of gaming, it's mostly based on physical and special. So like Shadow Ball, if I'm not mistaken, is considered in that game a compared to now. Shadow Ball back then would be considered a physical move, where now it's considered a special move. So like if you had Gengar and you use Shadow, his ball, it wasn't actually done a lot of damage because it's based on a physical attack stat, not a special attack. So that's what makes it a lot harder for those older games as well. Mystical, that just brought some memory seeing the game cards. Yeah, I just noticed recently, I have a friend at work, he only buys physical copies. And now that I also heard that recently that a lot of, I don't know who started. Well, I guess technically it was Nintendo, because technically where the Switch 2 games, they don't really have it where you own the physical copy. It's usually like a key now, from what I heard. Um, that now they're trying to go straight digital for a lot of stuff. And I have been buying a lot more digital games within the last few years. But now that they're trying to get rid of physical games, I kind of want to go ahead and buy them. Especially since, like I said, I just found my DSi, but I'm not able to download any games since they took the shop down. So now I'm just stuck with what I currently have. But let's go ahead and switch. Yeah, definitely nostalgic. As far as I actually still have like so. I don't know as far as what I'm gonna do with this room because like right now, as far as this is actually my wife's desk setup, which mostly my kids use now. But what I would love to do is I have in this closet, like my electronics box, and I actually still have every system that I've ever owned. So like I have PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64, I have GameCube. So like I would like to have like kind of show that like so that it can be seen, but it's very nostalgic and I every once in a while I do want to try and see if I can play it. And I also have to do some research and see how I can actually play those now as far as maybe be able to stream it. Um because as far as just for nostalgia purposes as well, and just being able to see how people would like that as well. I don't have PlayStation is doing that, even though I mainly use digital for. Yeah, same. Like I said, like right now I'm playing on Xbox, and I have the Xbox S, which is doesn't have you're not able to play physical games, but I do still have some physical games back when I had the Xbox X. Um, And now I also want to upgrade to the X and start buying some physical games before. they become super expensive and not a thing anymore. Um, let's. I guess we should start. And then this is the most recent one I did. Go there. You see, it's hard. Yeah, that stuff I haven't played since 2024. But I'm a lot farther along, so I just want to start off fresh with a new update. My network is not good. That's weird. Hold on. Also, let me change everything. Now I'm playing Palworld. Can you pass me the wire? Oh yeah, I went through a phase where I just bought a whole bunch of Funko Pops that I kind of just liked, or from series and games that I liked. But I don't really collect them much anymore. I do look at them, and every once in a while I'll see if I can grab one, but I don't really collect them as much anymore. Let me start. Nope, nope, that's not what I meant. Going too fast. And mm, let me say this. I love anime, but I haven't been keeping up with a lot of anime. And for example, if you don't know, everyone has their take on this, but like One Piece would probably be up there in the animes that I like, but I have not watched like the last. I'm not up to date, and I haven't watched like the last 2 to 3 arcs. I think the last where I left off is in the Big Mom's arc, if you know what that is. Um, Honestly, it started off slow. I heard that it picks up, but I never got into Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen. A lot of the newer stuff, but again, I haven't honestly given them a fair chance as well. But I do like anime. I need to change over here. Um, yeah, as far as it, it is. What I usually suggest for people, especially if they are just getting into One Piece, is to watch the movies. Yeah, and again, I just truly haven't given it a true chance yet. Like I think as far as I got, if I'm not mistaken, I only watched the first episode, and if I'm not mistaken, I probably only got like 10 or 15 minutes into it, to be honest. I can't even remember like the last actual full anime that I watched. Um, I don't remember what I needed when I was playing this last. My armor looked like. Okay, I got a feather. I need to make a sack. Yeah, this is J. Cole. Let's put it this: when it comes to music, I actually listen to everything. I have listened to his most recent album, but I can't tell you as far as like what the names of everything were, like off the top of my head. As far as I just, if it comes across, if it comes on, and I like it, I just like it. I've got fellow J. Cole lovers. Yeah, I've been listening to him, J. Cole. I've been listening to him probably for about 8 years now. Like, yeah, I just listen to songs as far as and whatnot, but I just know, like, obviously, since I know who he is, I'm the type of person as far as I don't really know people. I don't pay attention to, like, when it comes to celebrities and things like that. But since I know him, obviously he's good, in my opinion. Um, my memory's just going bad. I need to get better at it. Let me, hold on. Let me search it up. It's the one where it's, I'll say this as far as it's not age appropriate, but it's talking about when one of the verses goes as far as like where he doesn't babysit or as far as something like that, but it's all over the couch. Let me, nope, that's not one. Let me pull it up here. Is it this one? Yeah, apparently that was my favorite one for him for a long time. No Role Models was a good one. Middle Child. Oh no, Wet Dreams is the one I was talking about. But yeah, I like a lot of his. I've been listening to a lot of his old stuff. I know as far as like, is he selling tour? Is he still doing the car tour where he was selling CDs and everything outside the car? I remember when he was doing that. Yeah, I forgot if I got this Foxicle. But I want to switch Foxicle out just because this is a new pal from compared to the preview. Oh, just concert tours. But that is that when he was doing the car tour, is it still the same album that you're saying as far as that his new album is fire? What? Mining, fire, ranch. Liftmonk is really good. It has a variety of things. Oh, definitely putting him in. Gotta capture him. Okay. Yeah, so I never listened to his album, and now I have his music playing in my ear. But let me see. When it comes to his most recent album, let me go to his album. Kind of just listening to the beginning to see if like which one calls to me. think Safety is one that I liked. Let me go to my. Hold on. Library. No. Yeah, as far as I want to say, that's probably one of them. As far as like, I was just pushing fast forward on them, just listening to a few seconds, but I'm trying to see what else. Trying to go, because usually again, like I just listen to random mixes, and then if I like the song, I just add it to like like my favorites. Now you have me curious, like which was just one of some of the songs that I actually favorited. I don't think this was on his latest album, but HYB when he's with Boz and Central C, I have that. I think it's her something else. I think I passed it. Oh, Poor Thing on his new album. I like that song. I have that saved. Life Sentence I have. Not that any of the other ones are bad, I think, but those are the only ones I think I liked the most from his newest album. But at the same time, I only think I listened to a few of them. A driller emoji fire. But yeah, as far as J. Cole, as far as I love it, been loving him. Yeah, so those are my the songs that from his newest albums that I liked. But as far as who I've actually been listening to, I don't know if you guys know who he is. If you guys do, I should recommend checking him out. His name is My Boy Arlo, Arlo. Very more of a like a hip hop R&B kind of vibe, and he has like that old school kind of what his songs are about, I should say, like what he sings and raps about. Like one of his songs is called I think it's called Summer Vibes. Yeah, 93 Summer Vibes. That's a good one. And then I would also recommend In My Head Too Much. Oh, what I was just saying, like, if you guys get a chance, one person artist I do recommend that a lot of people don't know of, his name is My Boy Arlo, Arlo. And as far as two songs I recommend is 93 Summer Vibes. And yeah, I just said the other one. 93 Summer Vibes. And She's My Favorite Incense. Yeah, he has more of that he does a lot of singing and rapping like as far as like old school. Has again like where it's almost like he's like storytelling. Like don't get me wrong, like a lot of people do that, but as far as it's just a real nice fresh look at it. And also introducing like modern stuff. Like he has another one that says URL to her body. That's also a good one. It's like bridging the gap between the new school and old school. All right, let's see. What was I doing here? So I big boy in the spa. All right, let's see. I'm gonna collect some of this. I need wool. I know that. Make cloth. Let's go ahead. Let's make half. And you know what? That's what I need. Ingots. Do I have a crossbow yet? Yeah, I do have the crossbow on this one. Say, did I see your question? I heard that you can breed with the pals. Is that true? So yeah, breeding is pretty much the same thing as far as like in Pokemon. So I don't know as far as like anything weird about it. I don't have it unlocked yet. So if you go to technology, let's see. I haven't unlocked it yet. Or is it? Can I pass it? Uh, nope, that's not what I meant. Yeah, so breeding farm. So it's pretty much as far as it's almost just like regular Pokemon. As far as you put them as far as two pals as far as I was about to say Pokemon, but two pals in breeding farm, and I believe you have to give them like a specific food, I think, or something, a specific item, and then pretty much they mate, they make an egg, and then you have to hatch the egg. Anything more than that, I have no idea what you mean. Not saying that you're insane or anything, but that's the only thing as far as that I'm aware of when it comes to breeding. Because as far as just like with Pokemon, they each have like abilities. So like if we go here, so if you look, you see how on the bottom right it says passive skills and it says mercy hit, and then if we view XP details, so this is the negative. It says pacifist will not reduce the target's health below one. But honestly, that's actually not a bad thing. So like if that's actually not a bad one. Like if you send him out as far as you just have him attack the other pals, it means that he will always leave the pal with 1 HP, which makes it easier to catch the pal. But then you have like downtrodden, defense is down by 10%, um destructive and brittle. It's sanity drops by 15% faster, and its defense is down by 20%. So some of these as far as like you just wouldn't do. Honestly, I don't really have a favorite pal as of right now. So I played the preview before the 1.0 update came out, and honestly, Gale Claw was probably my goat because he flies. I had to get the saddle for him, and it's just having a flying pal and be able to just go and learn the map and just be able to just drop down and fight, catch pals is just so goated in this game. So I wouldn't necessarily say he's my favorite, but he's like he's up there in my favorites though. Let's go DJ. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for that. I just enjoying you as far as you spending time here, man. Sorry, there's no need for that, but I do really much appreciate it. But as far as I know you said you were thinking about getting or you heard about Palworld. Is there anyone that you've seen that's as far as your favorite? And Misko, I thought you said that you were thinking about getting it maybe with your friends as well. Do they know about the game? Oh, I appreciate it. I'm just here just trying to have fun and talk to people who have the same type of mentality. Drop pal or drop pal. He get water too? This guy's goaded. And he has a planting. Interesting. All right. So need to make the better shield. Do that real quick. Also repair everything. Oh, Misko, I was asking as far as if I know you said you were thinking about getting the game with your friends for Palworld. They say, but I'm not sure if you heard me as far as if with that as well. I was saying with what you've seen as far as with the game, did you have a favorite pal already? Chest. Also, I gotta figure out about the ads because I could have sworn as far as like I put it where it was gonna be less, but I feel like just in this stream alone, as far as you guys been catching a bunch of ads, so I gotta kind of figure that out. I don't know why it's doing so many. I need some more arrows. I actually didn't see the trailer for the new update. Um, so I'm just coming in, and I've seen a lot of cool ones, cool and new pals though. And I've caught one thing as far as different from this and compared to when we were comparing it to Pokemon earlier is that unless they did it with this new update, there is no like evolving. So like however you catch them, that's how they are. I think it's actually really cool, and my friends don't really know about it, but they know the base game, I think. Okay. Oh, you miss know each other in real life. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Oh, um, so I guess this is one of the friends. As far as about thinking about trying to get into the game. There's like I said, like I wouldn't put this in the same tier as Pokemon. This is actually my son's little camp right here next to mine. Um, but still a very fun game. There's a lot that you can do. It does have a slight story to it. Oh, I appreciate it, Mystical. Um, and it's just as far as fun, as far as what you can do. Because like once you get far into the game and like you start crafting and you get to a lot of the places. So for example, like I was trying to say, the map is huge. And so I was saying as far as with Gale Claw being able to travel everywhere, as far as makes a huge difference. And like they have different area elements, and like I think towards end game story wise, we want to get over there to the big tree. I've actually never been over there, but there's a lot to do. So like here's also like when I was saying earlier about with the breeding. So like you see how there's that egg right there. Can I make it across? There we go. So like you can take these eggs and then you can incubate them so that they can um hatch into a different pal. And then based on the kind, so like that with that pink white stripe would mean that it is a, I guess you consider like a normal type. And that's how you can tell like what they are. So like if you find the blue one, that would be more of a water type pal. Oh, this is the beginning area. That's like I feel like I've been over here before. From what I remember, it can be anything. So like I have this one. You see how it says a large damp egg, so it's going to be a water, and then a common egg, so it's going to be more of a normal. Do I have any food? That's uncooked. Guess the berries will work. But that's also something as far as the typings on Palworld, like the ones Pokemon. Kinda. So go to guild. Nope, not guild options. Map guide. Where elements. So this is how the elements work. So again, it's somewhat similar. So the normal is called neutral. And this is how you know as far as like you would who you want to bring as far as for what. And then mystical as far as it can be anything based on that element. So you can get lucky. And then again, just like with far as with Pokemon, and like I was showing before, they could have different one different stats. And there's actually again what you can I think only you can only catch actually. Like I say you can only catch what's considered alphas, which they'll be larger. But I believe also like Pokemon they have small and regular, and then alphas is usually the largest of that type. Yes, I don't think they're called shiny. I think what they're actually called is lucky. And honestly, I'm not really sure the difference. But you will hear them as far as well, and they'll have like a shine to them. Um, where do I get? When do I get his saddle? So the one thing as far as when you catch one of them, so like for here, for example, like I can ride my Rushore, but need to make the saddle, get the resources, and then make the saddle. And one thing I haven't seen is the saddle for my Gale Claw. So I'm wondering if they took that out to make it harder to be able to travel, or they put it on a higher level. Let me just search. Yeah, it looks like they took it out because you can get Gale Claw so easy in the beginning. Honestly, no, not as far as which school. So I actually just played with neighborhood stuff, and I would say the main sport that I played was just football with my friends in the neighborhood. This on. Let's put everything I have. Oh, wrong button. Put the egg in here for now. Wanna. I'll be honest, I do regret not playing any sports in high school. And then if I had to kind of choose one, it probably would be. I need you to come out of this. Oh, this is another thing, Saber. So like you can pick up your pals, and if you want them to do specific things, you pretty much like throw them to something close. So as you see, like right here, it says required suitability is at the fire and one. They just have to have at least that level in of ability, if that makes sense. Um, and then if you throw them close to it, then they know that's where you want them to go and to focus on. But if you go here, if you see right here on the far right, right underneath the picture, it says current task, and right above it has that one next to the fire. So that task in that bar all the way across, that is the only thing that Foxsparks can do. She only has a level one kindling. So she'll never help with watering the plants. She'll never be able to help build stuff or anything. The only thing they'll ever do is anything to deal with fire. Now, one thing that doesn't stay there, what actually I'm a little confused on, is if you put Foxfire in the ranch where I just took her from, and that should have been the very far one, the with the looks like a fence, then she drops fire organs, and then that's what these are, besides Lamba dropping wool. So it says flame organs. So that's a little weird that it doesn't have it the ranch either. And then you get so that's how you can an easy way to get resources. You can build stuff. So like rush shores, we just go back over here. Right up in my camp, like rush shore actually can only mine and only level one miner. And like one of the reasons why like I put Battle Rest in here, because you see it has a level four for both mining and lumber, and he does helps with planting very fast. But then you have like Kativa, who only has level one, does a little bit more as well. And so it just as you get higher and stronger, rare pals, usually as far as you is because they're able to do more things around your ranch. Or not your ranch, around your base. Oh yeah, I need arrows. They finished the cloth. Need I think we're gonna do poison. Oh, I don't even make I don't gotta make lands. Let's make some regular arrows. But you yeah, I need to put some fire. You put this to loosen up some space. Or weight, I should say. Football. I played just football as far as with friends and neighborhoods. But I wish I did play it as far as in school. That that what is this? Let's take a menu. Oh, do that. Use. Not only one technology points. Huh, it is what it is. Yeah, let's put it this. Like I said, I wanted to play tennis. I wanted to learn tennis. And hopefully, as far as hopefully lose a little bit of weight. That's the goal. I like playing sports more than I can watch. So some people, as far as ask, like, what's like if I like when it comes to like athletes and stuff, is one that I don't really know any athletes as far as names, to be honest. Besides like the most famous or most common people talk about LeBron, Curry when it comes to basketball. Um, I'm drawing a blank, but like you have is it Andrew Rogers, QB, and then quarterback for he would Green Bay, I think now, or he went to the Broncos. I can't remember. And obviously you have the most famous ones like that. But when it comes to playing, I prefer football for sports. And honestly, as far as I do like to swim, honestly, that's probably one of the I hate running. So as far as when it comes to like tracks and things like that, I just can't stand. Um, I'm not really good at basketball. I would love to learn baseball as well. Um, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm good at it. So yeah, it's just things like that. Yeah, man. As far as all good, you found your sport. You found tennis, and as far as you seem, as far as you said, you're doing some competitions and everything, and that's great. As far as that, like tennis is one of the sports where if you don't play, then it's how difficult it is and what they're doing. It's, yeah, yeah. Like I said, as far as, I don't really know tennis in the way we were just speaking before, like how you have to have flexibility, especially with the wrist, to be able to judge the amount of force as well as the trajectory of the ball. 100%. And it's similar to, again, like with any other sport, it's difficult to learn because, again, you have trajectory, power, and everything. When it comes to basketball, throwing football for QB, as far as in how fast to catch and all that nature. Um, yeah, as far as like every sport has advantages and disadvantages. No, why am I making this difficult? Why didn't I just fast travel to the last place I was? I think this finishes by 10. Yeah, let me just make a few arrows in case I run out. That'd be good enough. All right, let's fast travel to what? When we're looking at technology, who has the closest saddle for flying? Efendra. Gonna cost. I have enough technology for it, but what is this? Heavyweight module. Equipping it makes the spear heavier, reduce range, but increases capture power. That's new. Get stone for sure. Study for conducting research on the various tasks of pounds. By assigning tasks, pounds in this facility, research progress, various benefits. That's new. Honest, we'll get that. I don't think fishing was really a thing back then as well. I want to save the rest for when I get to the next level so I can get Gigasphere I need the weapon workbench, and I'll get the Ephedron saddle because I think Ephedron can fly. So I want to make sure as far as I have enough points for that. But what we're gonna do real quick is fast travel. And this, I guess we're gonna fast travel to here and then go to that mission. See what that is about. And also see if we can catch any pals on the way. Meteorite drops. Do you have any other questions for the Palworld Saber? And mystical as far as so far as I know you still have a lot that you're learning. Oh, you just bought it? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, they're dark. I'm going to oh, wrong one button. Let's not chill it. Oh, she killed him. Chill it, come back. Oh, I got a Xenobonner. That was easy. There's a lot as far as to do and to go into. Oh, okay. I'm just... Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's definitely new. I think those Galaclaws are eating the guy. Hey, Miss, I think those Galaclaws are eating this thug. Oh, they definitely just did. That that is interesting. I don't recall that being a thing back then. Wow. Yeah, now they're eating the other guy. It's interesting and crazy. I've never witnessed this as far as back at the game preview. And then yeah, vultures and saber as far as for sure. I'll say this, I'm actually only gonna be on for 20 more minutes. But again, I shall be on Friday, and what we can do is play what I'll do tonight once I get off though is we can play download Overwatch. So we can play Overwatch and we can play Power World on Friday. We can do that. And if you'd like, I can jump into I can jump into something with you right now. If you how about this? Saber and Mr. If you guys start a lobby and then send me an invite and then I can join you. Let me go back to the fast travel. You work late? Come on. Oh, for sure. The reason I say as far as on Friday I should be on for a decent amount of time because I'm off Saturday. So I'll plan to stream for a decent amount. Are you Eastern or Central? Or what's your time zone by chance? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, I need to get food for them soon, I think. No, they're good. Central? Okay, we're in the same time zone. Um, yeah, so as far as I usually as far as if I do play, as far as I'm usually on till at least midnight. Well, you said you just bought it, so it's still downloading for you? How much longer do I need? Forgot. Where do I check to see my XP bar? Oh, there it goes. So I need 1866. Okay. As far as it's still plenty of time. As far as just let me know when you're done, and I can kind of walk you through a few things, and then I can join you. Because as far as pretty much once you make your world, I'll pretty much be starting over on scratch with you. Um, Mystical, are you able to get the game or no? Oh no, I'm saying as far as that's fine if it takes 6 more minutes. As far as I still have a little bit of time to spare, like 15 more minutes, and I can have you make the lobby. Okay, cool. So once as far as you make your lobby, as far as because as like I was saying, mystical, when you make your own server, let me just back out so I can kind of show you there in the title. So one thing I was mentioning to Mystical before, so like if whoever makes the server for their game, we're pretty much joining, like for example, Saber, if you start their game, you make the lobby, like so, you create a new world. I'm just gonna leave it like this, multiplayer on, and I believe I don't can't really see it, but I believe as far as when you do like your lobby, as far as we should be able to have 4 people join at a time, unless you purchase like a subscription on servers, and you can, depending on how much, then you can have it for however long you're paying the subscription, and however many people can fit on that subscription as well. But I think for a personal world, like if you were like able to join me, the max is 4 people at a time. So once you start your world, I'll join and I'll just be starting off fresh from level 0 with you because the world is brand new. Um, but as far as, let's say if Mystical is still playing and you get off, it's gonna kick him out the world automatically unless until you get back on. Yeah, so as far as like once as far as you guys finish both downloading, as far as when you start, as far as I can just join you guys and then play, and then we can do that. I can help you a little bit before I have to head out, and then we can join again on Friday. This is getting exciting. But let's see. Hmm. You know what? While I'm waiting, let me go and look at my games, see which ones I'm going to delete to make room for Watch. Yes, very much exciting. Actually, take this one off. I think that's all I needed. I have plenty of space. Um, actually, did my things finally working? I had a nope, not working still, but you know that's fine. Overwatch. You guys specifically play Overwatch too, right? That's fine. As far as you still see, and then as far as like again, I won't have that much time as far as student, but I can still show you some stuff around. Cool. So Overwatch 2. Fast. Did I? Oh no. There it goes. Is that it? Is Overwatch like I could have sworn I said specifically Overwatch 2 now, right? I kind of play Fortnite. I have my children there into it, so I haven't downloaded, and I play with them every once in a while. I'm not that great. I haven't really played much of this in the newest seasons. Um, and I personally prefer no build mode when I do play. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so what you want to do is go ahead and start game, and then you can name your lobby whatever you like, and just make sure we're um it's multiplayer on. I would say it starts once you not to rush anything. Once you get watch it, I do know there's a little cutscene in the beginning. You can watch it; it doesn't take that long, and then when you're done with the cutscene and you're able to control your character, you're also able to make your character. So you can spend time on that as well. Just when you get into the game, just let me know. I'm in no rush. Mister, do you have any other questions? Doesn't have to necessarily be about Power World. Oh, you're good. Says, that's what that is. Okay. I want to do bit style. Need to figure out how to do channel points and be able to set that up. Game objective: uncover the secrets of this mystery land while taking on the unknown forces who stand in your way. Defeat the bosses that lay claim to each region's tower as you try to uncover the truth behind the origin of POWs. Build formidable bases, try to capture the strongest POW possible, or breed it yourself. Embark on a unique adventure with your POWs in this new world. So you guys play Fortnite? You guys been playing the new season and collecting the sprites? I think I've only collected I know three for sure, but I think I have four. Yeah, I think I've seen the Batman one. But I think someone killed me in the last time I played. The World Cup, no. As far as I honestly, as far as I was very much kind of hyped for the World Cup when it first started, but then I what was the last match I watched? I know I watched the first match when it was I think it was Korea versus Czechoslovakia. I watched that one, and then I want to say I know that's the only one I really watched. I can't. I don't think I watched anything else though. Yeah, I don't understand that much either. I like as far as I think it's a cool sport, and the same thing goes back to when I was saying about tennis. It takes a lot of stamina. It's a lot of running. That's an intense sport for 90 minutes as far as it's a average game, and they're just running across that big ass field. It's ridiculous. Okay, Saber, if you press start, and I believe if you go to options, which should be the last tab, and then it should have a code that I would need, invite code. Yeah, because as far as I don't remember what they're called, but as far as it's just based on a best of four or something like that. Is that right? Or yeah, like you have to beat the other person by like 2 points. G S 4. Now, also as far as your invite code is going to change every time you restart your game. So like let's say tonight you guys stop playing, then you guys play again tomorrow. It's going to be a different invite code. And I don't know. It might just have to be the invite code. About to be midnight. Me X this out and try again. This is doing the same thing for me and my son, so it's not too uncommon for me to see I have this issue. For the most part, though, as far as I would say this, like it's pretty straightforward as far as if you follow kind of the storyline and a lot of the text as far as that it offers. But again, it can still be confusing, and the traveling, being as far as it being an open world, as far as it's very easy and to go into high level areas and not being ready. I don't know what they changed after getting sued, but I do know they technically they won the lawsuit. So there's not really much that they needed to change per se. And again, before when they were under the loss, when they were going through the lawsuit, it was still under game preview, and they just only recently, what, about 2 weeks ago, ish, if I'm not mistaken, launched it as a as a full game. And so I don't necessarily think as far as there's anything they changed because of the lawsuit. I just think they just changed things to make the game a little bit more fun, and they added new pals for a fact. I know that for a fact. Because again, I don't think it was Game Freak specifically. I think it was Nintendo. What they were suing is the aspect of catching entities. I don't know if those are the right words because it's not technically mons, but that was it. It pretty much was as far as, but there was like stuff as far as like because they were still updating the game. I know of like two updates for sure, big updates that they had made when they were still in game preview. Um, but again, as you saw, I haven't played like since like the ending of 2024. Um, because the last big update when I last played, they added a little bit more to the map and story where you had to head more to the tree. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, and as far as and this is just me, I actually prefer playing a lot of Pokemon fan games. Um, I think Pokemon has so much potential in in doing actual stories and just changing it up and having different versions. Like, do you guys by chance have a laptop or PC? So I like actually playing a lot of Pokemon fan games because sometimes depending on the game, as far as the amount of story, um and what's the word I'm looking for? Like the change of view, like the point of view as far as like on how interesting other people make some of the games, and it's very interesting. Like one of my favorite fan game to play for Pokemon is actually because there's two versions of it, but it's a Pokemon Team Rocket Edition, and it's the one specifically. I don't remember his full name, but the creator his name is Dragon something. And then I was asking if you guys had you can play it on the laptop as far as whatnot or PC as far as to kind of try and playing it. But I highly recommend that one. It's probably one of my favorite fan games. Um, Not to spoil too much of it, but it pretty much you start off as a grunt in Team Rocket and you work your way up the ranks, but you're working everything that you're doing and the missions that they give you is behind the scenes starting from Pokemon Red and Blue. So every time as far as where you meet Team Rocket in Red and Blue, you're working your way during that time. Yes, it's very interesting. And then it makes it the one thing that makes it difficult as well, or not necessarily difficult, but challenging, is that if you're not prepared for certain secret areas, because one thing it did really good also was take rumors of hidden areas and they made it real. So, for example, there was an old rumor back on Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow where there's Bill's secret garden where you're able to catch some rare Pokemon, and that was just a rumor and fake. But like in the Team Rocket edition, they made it real. And if you don't have Pokeballs available once you get there, you'll miss your chance of catching a lot of rare, hard to find Pokemon. So it's like interesting things are like that as far as that just make the game so much more interesting as well. Saber, I don't know what's going on, but as far as I'm not, I don't think I might be able to join y'all tonight. It's taking forever. Yeah, but it's fine. As far as again, it's a lot of a lot of what you're gonna be doing right now. Like, let me ask this: you've already gone to the Eagle Tower. You've talked to that first person by the campfire by now, right? And you already made your workbench. Yeah, don't get me wrong. When Overwatch came out, as far as I was playing Overwatch super hard, I don't remember if Overwatch around what time, honestly, when Overwatch came out. But for me, I started falling off of Overwatch after about a year, a year and a half into it. Um, and I think as far as Marvel Rivals, as far as is a good, I think just like you're saying with Pokemon, as far as in with Palworld, I think it's always great for competition to be introduced because it makes them as far as have to constantly improve. And Saber, as far as once you're making your workbench, it's gonna soon give you a let me let me go back to my world so I can show you. When it tells you to make a base, this is where um you have to kind of be picky. And I wouldn't recommend like obviously you can break your base, but a lot of your leveling up and what you're gonna be doing to catch a lot of pals, you're gonna need your base. Um so let me head over to the beginning area. Well, one thing while I have you here, so this right here is a an ore, an ore rock, and you kind of want to make sure you, when you make a base, you have one or more of these in your base, because this is one of the hardest resources as far as like you can find, because one, not that it's hard to find, but it's heavy. As you can see right here, like I'm already overweight, and so like if you have to travel, if you make your base and you have to travel far, it's going to make it very difficult for you. But let me head over to the beginning area, 'cause where you should be.
What? Yeah.
Ooh, where's my capture? So here's one, but there's places where you can find more. Like here's a ore. I think there's one at the top of this hill right here. Because right here is your beginning area where I'm at right now. You're just higher up right there. I don't know why I ran over here when I could have fast traveled. I keep forgetting about that. Like there's another ore.
What?
You should be roughly around this area, right? There you go. Yeah, Tivas are pretty good as far as the bases, but they're terrible as far as pals I have in battle. Just FYI. As far as if you can, since you already have some spheres made, I would advise catching the chickpeck or the lamba. And actually, one of the I guess missions, as far as it gives you right there in the top right, is going to be to catch 5 lambas. Once it turns nighttime, I honestly recommend catching right here, which is what I have with me this whole time. This pal, Daydream. It's very good for the beginning of the game. Um, one of its abilities is pretty much how that mercy hit that we saw on one of my pals, where I said was really good, but it automatically becomes one of its abilities where two things. One, it's always out with you, and you can actually have multiple of them out at the same time. And then as well as it has the ability pretty much as far as to do damage and leave the pals with 1 HP. No matter how many times or how many you have, it always leaves with 1 HP. Um, so it makes it really good as far as a beginner, some beginner pals. And you're only able to actually have 5 with you at a time. So essentially, not that you have to, but you could put 4 daydreams and then have one other pal that you really enjoy. And you can have 4 pals of daydream that's just following you and fighting by your side and attacking the pals so that you can just go ahead and catch. That's what makes Daydream like one of the best pals as far as in beginner game. So because like you can only have one pal at a time as well. So like if you see like again, automatic she comes and then like I can still send another pal out. So essentially now you have 2. And again, like let me go back to the base. Yes. That I don't remember, but I think I might have an extra daydream. Um, what I advise in the beginning is wait because you're gonna run out of a lot of being able to hold stuff very quickly, especially in the beginning when you're trying to make your base. Um, but me personally, I would only bring up your weight to 600 would be it, and then after weight, I would focus on health, and I would probably focus on health maybe to at least 1,000. And then the other two behind that would be stamina and attack. Attack is not really that much important until probably till a little bit later. But stamina is just because again, like when you're running, as far as every time you're mining, so you're getting your resources, you're using stamina. Like right now, like again, like when you're gliding, you're using stamina. So I would say as far as like after health, that would be the third most important stat. Because again, if your pals are dead, then you're the one that's in the fight. So that's the reason why I say health. So for example, like again, the reason I say attack would be later, because again, once you start building some of your weapons, like here I have the crossbow, so 271 damage. So that was almost a third. Not a third, I'm sorry, quarter. I would say, as far as the most important, I would say wait until you can wait for 500. Oops. Oh, fire killed it. Oh well. Weight, health, stamina. I don't think you really necessarily, as long as you have the armor and the shield, I don't think you have to worry about defense really that much. Especially since you're also going to be catching your pals and you're going to have them do a majority of the work anyways when it comes to fighting, and then you're giving it back up. And obviously later on you have the crossbow, and then later on you get guns and whatnot. So your attack power goes up, and especially toward end game when you're just trying to do like catch the really stronger pals and some of the tower bosses. That's when you want to start bringing up your attack. But the main thing that you want to do is survivability, and then that's going to be your health. I would say work speed is kind of low. Work speed is going to be low on the list because you're going to mostly have your pals do most of your work anyways. So you wouldn't really have to worry about that. I'm going to bring my stamina. I think for me, my sweet spot right now with where I'm currently at, I would just bring my stamina up to probably 250, and I think I would be set for a good amount of the early game. Oh, and then hold on, oops, forgot to prove it. Now I can get this. Mercy. Whereas attack will not reduce the target's health. Oh, even better. So there's even an accessory you can have. So that's what the accessory is. But Saber, Mystical, I'm going to have to call it a night here. I appreciate y'all uh, chatting with me, saying bye. And like I said, Friday, I shall be back on and look forward to hopefully being able to join as far as the play. Um, yeah, a lot of the stuff as far as that you do, as far as it's going to be self-explanatory and whatnot. The only thing again that I recommend, no problem, man, anytime. The only thing I recommend is when you build your base, just make sure you have the, like I said, the ore. Um, one at least, but like preferably more. And honestly, I can tell you on the map. Wait, let me do this. You as well, Mystical. Just want to show y'all one thing real quick. Hopefully, I think I got there on this account. I know I was there when I was showing you the game on my son's plays on the PlayStation. That's all I know as far as like again it's cross compatible and I should have been able to join. Oh, oh, fast travel. Oh yeah, it's already there. So this right here, this spot on the map, and then I believe where I was, Mystical, when you found my stream, somewhere around here, there's another spot that has a bunch of ore. But this one is probably the best. It's a big flat land and it has like You can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rocks of ore that you can mine. And this is where I would recommend as far as for your base. Just be careful because like this is again a level 12 enemy. And as far as it's gonna be he'll be hard. The best thing to do is just avoid him by crossing the river and then climbing the wall. And unfortunately again, that's what's gonna take up a lot of stamina. Climbing takes up stamina as well. So that's why as far as stamina is be good as far as to have. But I would recommend starting there. Why is it? Oh, it's because of the fire inside. But again, I'll be on Friday and look forward as far as to playing with you guys and I'll give you guys some more tips and tricks and hopefully as far as we can get into the world all together and make some chaos, do some things. But until then, again, Saber, Mystical, y'all have a wonderful night. Thank y'all for stopping by. Thank y'all for interactions. Everyone else, thank y'all for stopping by. Appreciate it. And I shall catch you guys on Friday. All right? Stay safe, stay loved, and I'll catch you next time. Same, Saber.